Have you ever noticed something strange? The moment you stopped saying yes to everything, people started acting differently. The moment you began protecting your time, someone called you selfish. The moment you stopped explaining yourself, someone said you've changed. At first you thought you had done something wrong. But what if the real reason isn't that you've changed? It's that you've become harder to control. Not everyone reacts this way. Healthy people usually respect your boundaries, but people who benefited from having influence over you may respond in predictable psychological ways. And once you understand these patterns, you'll stop blaming yourself for them. Number 1, they make you feel misunderstood. When people can no longer influence your decisions, they often stop trying to understand you. Instead of asking why you've changed, they create a story that makes them feel comfortable. You're arrogant. You think you're better than everyone. You're cold now. Notice something? They aren't describing your action. They're protecting the version of you that was easier for them to predict. Being misunderstood is painful because the human brain naturally wants acceptance. So you begin explaining yourself again, apologizing for decisions that never needed an apology. Slowly, you give away the freedom you were trying to build. Sometimes, the strongest response isn't another explanation, it's allowing people to misunderstand you while you continue living according to your values. Number 2, they test your boundaries. The first time you say no, people pay attention. The second time, they may question you. The third time, they discover whether your boundary is real. Psychologists know that people often test new limits to see if they'll hold. That's why someone might suddenly ask for one more favor, one more sacrifice, one more exception. Not because the request is important, but because your response tells them whether the old version of you is still available. Every healthy boundary feels uncomfortable at first, not because it's wrong, but because it's new. Number 3, toxic relationships become obvious. Some relationships survive honesty, others survive only obedience. When you stop chasing approval, certain connections begin to fall apart. And that's when you realize the relationship wasn't built on mutual respect. It was built on your willingness to carry the emotional weight for both people. Real relationships don't become weaker when you become healthier. They become stronger. If someone disappears simply because you started respecting yourself, they weren't losing you. They were losing control over the role you used to play. Number 4, workplace politics become clearer. Maybe you've experienced this at work. You stop saying yes to every extra task. You calmly speak up during meetings. You stop trying to please everyone. Suddenly, people who never noticed you before have opinions about your attitude. Confidence often changes group dynamics. Not because confidence is threatening by itself, but because it changes expectations. This doesn't mean every criticism is unfair. Sometimes feedback helps us grow, but learning to separate useful feedback from pressure to stay small is a skill that changes your career. Number 5, family pressure becomes louder. Family often wants what's best for you, but sometimes they also want what's familiar. When you choose a different path, a different career, a different lifestyle, they may resist it. Not always because they don't love you, sometimes because change creates uncertainty, and uncertainty makes people uncomfortable. Understanding this doesn't mean ignoring your family, it means listening with respect, while remembering that your life is still yours to live. Number 6, friendships reveal their foundation. Some friends celebrate your growth, others quietly compete with it. The moment you improve your habits, protect your peace, or stop joining every complaint, you may notice fewer invitations, more jokes at your expense, or silence where encouragement should have been. Growth doesn't only change you, it reveals who was walking beside you and who was only comfortable when you stayed in the same place. The right people don't fear your progress, they cheer for it. Number 7, personal growth changes everything. Here's the truth most people discover too late. The biggest battle isn't with other people. It's with the old version of yourself that believed everyone had to approve of your choices. The moment you stop needing permission, you become emotionally free. Not because everyone suddenly respects you, but because their opinion no longer controls your direction. And that's what real confidence looks like. Not being louder, not winning every argument, not proving everyone wrong. Just waking up each morning knowing your peace is no longer controlled by someone else's expectations. So if people have been treating you differently lately, don't immediately ask, what's wrong with me? Instead ask, what has changed about the way I value myself? Because sometimes, the moment people stop controlling your life is the exact moment your real life begins. If this video helped you understand something about yourself or someone around you, subscribe to Brain Reset. Every week, we explore the hidden psychology behind human behavior, emotional strength, and personal growth, so you can stop reacting on autopilot and start understanding the mind that shapes your life. Remember this, the strongest person in the room isn't the one who controls everyone else. It's the one who has learned to control themselves.